name is Daniel, an American who moved to the Philippines after marrying Liza, the woman I loved enough to leave everything behind. We settled in her small hometown in Iloilo, where nipa huts leaned under the sun and the forest whispered secrets in the dark. Life should have been simple, but then there was her mother, ailing Rosa. From the moment I met her, something unsettled me. Her eyes lingered too long, sharp as if cutting through my skin. She was thin, wiry, and strong for her age, with nails that looked more like claws. She never smiled, and when she did, it felt like a warning. The villagers treated her with a strange mixture of respect and fear. At night, I noticed people whispered about shadows passing their windows and livestock found bloodless in the morning. Once, a drunk neighbor muttered a word I barely understood. Aswang. I thought it was folklore, until the signs started piling up. One night, lying in bed with Liza, I heard scratching above us on the roof. Slow, deliberate, like talons on bamboo. Liza slept soundly, but my eyes stayed open. The sound crept away only when the roosters crowed. Another evening, I woke to find ailing Rosa standing at our doorway, staring at us in the dark. "You should sleep more deeply," she whispered before walking away. My blood froze. I tried to tell Liza what I suspected, but she laughed. "You've been reading too many stories. My mother is just different. She's from the old ways." Different, yes. But how could I ignore the time I caught her crouched by a pig pen, her mouth smeared red, insisting she had been butchering meat for breakfast? Or when I saw her tongue, long and dark, flick out unnaturally as she licked her lips. The final straw came when Liza became pregnant. Ailing Rosa's eyes lit with something that was not joy but hunger. "The baby will be strong," she said, voice low. "I will help protect it." But her hand lingered too long on Liza's belly, as though she were claiming it. That night I locked our door and prayed. At midnight the roof groaned again. The scratching returned, louder, closer. A shadow slid across the window and I swore I saw a hunched form with wings. My heart pounded as I gripped the bolo knife I kept by the bed. Suddenly the air grew heavy and a sound like slurping echoed above us. I imagined that terrible tongue reaching for my unborn child. Rage overtook fear. I stormed outside. The moon revealed a figure crouched on the roof. Her hair hung wild, her arms twisted, and her mouth stretched unnaturally wide. Her eyes glowed faintly red. She turned, and it was ailing Rosa. I shouted, brandishing the bolo, but she hissed like a cornered animal. With a leap, she vanished into the darkness beyond the trees. The night fell silent, leaving only my trembling breath. When I told Liza, she wept, not because she believed me, but because she thought I hated her mother. She begged me not to speak of it again. I wanted to protect her, but how could I ignore the truth? Since then, ailing Rosa has acted as though nothing happened. She cooks meals, smiles politely, even blesses the baby growing inside Liza. But I see it in her eyes, the hunger waiting, the ancient curse gnawing at her soul. I keep the bolo sharpened. Every night I listen for scratching on the roof. And every night I wonder, if the time comes, will I have the strength to kill my own mother-in-law? In America, we fear monsters in stories, but here in the Philippines, I sleep beside one, and she is family.